Hello, this is Elisa Segner, and I am excited to guide you through the steps to make your very own Google form. Please use this video as a step-by-step guide. I would recommend that you first watch the video and then come back for a review as you copy the process in your own personal drive. So at the end of the demo, you should have a duplicate of the Google form demonstrated here. All right, now let's get started. The first thing I want you to do is, of course, to access your Google Drive, which you'll see I have mine opened here. The next thing you want to do is actually click on the New button here. Now, what I always recommend everyone to do whenever making a Google form is to start with a folder. So I'm going to choose a folder. I'm going to name it my project name. In this case, it's going to be a PBL folder. All right, and we're going to create that. And here's my PBL folder. So now I'm going to open this folder up, and of course there's nothing in it. So now we begin the fun part. We're going to first go back over here to the New button, click there. Now I don't see Google Forms, so I'm going to go down here, mouse over More, then I'm going to move over to where it says Google Forms. I'm going to choose a blank form. All right, and once that comes up, the next thing we're going to do, this is actually where we build our Google form. The first thing is to actually give it a title. So let's start with PBL in the classroom. All right, I could say, please complete the form below. These are just where you can just put some additional information there about your or directions for your form. And then they always have us start with a question right here. I always like to collect in my forms. In this case, we're going to do first name and last name. So here we go, first name. And this isn't a multiple choice. This is a short answer. So I'm going to come over here and just show you very quickly some of the choices we have. And we're going to do a couple of these in the demo. But in this case, we just need a short answer because that's all we need for the first name. Now that's our first question. I want to add another question. So over here, there's a plus button. I'm going to add another one. Here we go. Now we're going to do last name. Again, I want it to be short answer, and Google's so smart, it actually flips to what it thinks you're actually wanting to put in here. So it actually flipped to that for me. Again, I could put some more text there, but I don't need it. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is add for my third question, and this time I am going to, this is going to be a checkbox. So I'm going to say, what subject area or areas will your project include? All right, and we're going to call this, instead of a multiple, a checkbox, and that way they can tell us different answers here. History. You just click where each option is and enter some subject areas. I'm just going to put a few of them in here just for the demo here. All right, let's do one more. My husband's an art teacher, so I should put in art. Okay, so we have those different areas in there that our teacher that we're going to send this to could check. All right, and of course you can come back and add more if you want to. Let's go to the next question. That was a checkbox. Now let's try multiple choice. So for this question, we're going to say, how long do you anticipate it to take for your students to complete their project? All right, so is it going to be just a few weeks? Or is it going to be, and I'm just clicking underneath each one of those to get my cursor where I can actually type in. Is it going to be half a semester? Or is it going to take the full semester? Great. So now we just added a multiple choice question, and they're going to have to choose which one. I could put, excuse me, down here, add other as an option, but in this case, I don't want to actually give that as a choice. I'm going to go back over where it says add another question to the plus symbol. We're going to click on that. Now for our fifth question, let's do, this is called a multiple choice grid. So for this one, I want to say rank your expo date preference from 1 to 3, with 1 being your top choice. All right. Now, I don't want multiple choice. I want it to actually be what's called a multiple choice grid. And in this case, it's going to allow us to, for row 1, to put in December 5th. And for row 2, I'm going to put in March 12th as a date of choice here. And the last one's going to be May 21st. All right, my column over here is going to say first choice. And then we're going to have second choice and third choice. All right. So now what's going to happen is when this is actually presented, they're going to have to make sure they choose which one is their first, second, or third choice. And we'll show you how that works in just a few minutes. For question 6, this will be our last one. We're going to do a linear scale. And we're going to say, what is your comfort level with highlighting your student's project for the school board? Aha, how's that sound? So let's say we want to actually find out who's comfortable at presenting this PBL at the school board, or in front of the school board. So we're going to say 1 is not very comfortable, and 5 is very comfortable. Okay. Now that concludes some samples of what we're going to actually put in this short little form. And actually we've got it created. Now the next thing we're going to do in the next video is show you how to share this. But again, this is how you would actually create questions within a Google form. One more thing I'm going to do here real quick is I'm going to click up here on Untitled Form, and once you click, it generates the title. So then we have that done. Okay, thank you very much. Again, I recommend you watch this one more time, go by it step by step, duplicate the entire process so that you have the exact same form that I do. Thank you very much.